And because she was an understanding cow and mother, even though she was a cow, she let him just sit there and be happy. instead of sitting on the nice cool grass in the shade, he was about to sit on a bumblebee. so they had to take Ferdinand home. And for all I know, he is sitting there still under his favorite cork tree, smelling the flowers just quietly. He is very happy. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them live for me and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the black day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful
I understand this is Mel-free for a head. Children are unbelievably outstanding. I enjoyed working with them so much. I couldn't have done it at all. If it wasn't for Mrs. Ms. Alfano. Where are you? You have to come here. I'm sorry, you have to come up here. Mrs. Kellner. Come on, Bruce. And Mrs. Nicole. Please come on. I've worked with them before, and these words are from our soul. I told them no gifts, but this I'll take. These words are from our students.